Thank you so much for your time, Rotimi. Let's first get into what your outlook is for the month of August, looking at how it has started.
Well, I think it looks quite very good because what the only denominator now is the performance of the various companies vis-a-vis their H1 results. And I think for quite a very good number of them, we have seen very fantastic performances, and those results, those particular stocks are being rewarded. And that is exactly what we have seen today. We earlier saw the results of Airtel Africa and also MTN Nigeria. Those results were very wonderful and heartwarming to the investors. And we have really seen how those two companies defined how the market ended today. So definitely the outlook for the month really looks good because the kind of volatility and fluctuation we'll be having before with respect to participation of foreign portfolio investors has been reduced. And so whatever it is, the perspective of the local investors is what will actually be what we will all see. And that is exactly what has been. So I believe strongly that with what we have seen for the first day of the month and also the last few days of the month of July, with respect to the result that were released, I think the market is actually on a good stead for a better performance.
On the good stead, you say. But let's get into your expectations for the Tier 1 banks. We understand some of the earnings are still going to be trickling in the coming week.
Yes, I think we're going to, the ones that are really outstanding are going to be the ones that are coming out audited. So we have the likes of Zenith, the likes of GT Co, the likes of Access, UBA, and Stanbic. And I think those ones are really the top majors when it comes to profitability, when it comes to good dividend payout. So I think with them coming out, I believe that it's definitely going to put put a lot of confidence in the heart of investors to actually hold on to their positions. So and many of these banks, if not all of them, will be paying interim dividend. So this definitely will be a juicy offer to a lot of investors to actually take up more positions and earn something in the interim. So I believe that the Tier 1 banks are definitely going to influence how we see the market in the coming weeks.
Well, now talking about dividend payout and how investors are positioning, how is that playing out with the cement in the cement space? Because we've seen these numbers out already.
Yes, I think, but basically for the cement industry, well, they are not under regulations to come out with a detailed report, and mostly so is they don't. Many of them do not. I mean, we have just 3 of them in the market: Boa Cement, Dangote Cement, and Lafarge Africa. They don't usually pay interim dividend. So I think investors are going to digest it and actually annualize what this particular result is saying and use it to project what the likely dividend they may pay at the end of the day. I mean, looking back on what their payout ratio usually is. So I think we are definitely getting it better. Although the inflation figures as projected or reported by NBS is another kettle of fish because what we are seeing in the market is actually different from what the figures that they are reading out. So I think investors are adjusting, and though the purchasing power is reducing, but because of increasing prices of goods and services, we are seeing improved profitability. So I think they're definitely getting it better, and the market is going to have it in a much stronger and consolidated way.
All right, Rotimi, you said the investors are adjusting there, but looking at how, I would like to get your thoughts on how you see this impacting the market performance of the Nigerian equities market going into the third quarter, especially when you look at how it compares with the peers. We're seeing the BRVM is up year to date about 15%. We're even seeing the GSE composite index up about 40% year to date.
Well, I think if you look at the way we are right now, I think some of the major companies that are actually brought on the market are Airtel Africa and also Boa Cement. So with good results coming from Airtel, investors are going to reposition themselves. And with a gain of 35 naira for Airtel Africa today, I think that position is coming out. So if quickly we can get back to an ushered index position of 40,000 basis points, then definitely we're going to see it better. But I believe strongly that the position that the year-to-date position now is not going to be the final position of the All-Share Index by the time we are closing the year. So we've seen for half year, when third quarter approaches, then definitely we are going to see better figures. Then the All-Share Index is definitely going to be properly adjusted by how investors actually participate in the market.